Told you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Linky book your life or remove LinkedIn 先。我选到一个 10x conversion。OK。预备，诶，等 today. All right, we are live. Let every world-class performer has a coach. That's why today we have Kevin Lau, our 10XCEO Coach of the Year 2020 for 10XCEO. So welcome everyone. If this is the first time we meet, my name is Joashua Chi. I help entrepreneurs and CEOs to create transformation in their business, brand, and leadership, impacting 3 of their P&Ls: profit and loss, passion and love, and purpose and life. Welcome, Kevin Lau Wun Chiu.
Right. Thank you, Joshua. Yeah. I'm very, very humbled and honored at the same time, to be invited to have a dialogue here with you. For those that doesn't know me, probably just a short introduction about myself. I'm a strategy coach in 10XCEO and also Chief Content Officer. Obviously, Chief Content Officer, I manage the content of the 10XCEOs, the organization. So in terms of mainly focusing on video. Yeah. So what I do, as Joshua has mentioned, he's a founder. So basically, we exist to create businesses that matter, making them a force for good. Of course, in a short statement, it's hard to explain everything, but hopefully through today's conversation, from what we're going to share, you'll be able to discover more of what we do and why what we do. Yep. So that's a short intro of myself.
All right. Great. Yeah. Let me go to the page first. So you just came in, say hi so we know you are here. Hi, hello, Ivan. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Benjamin. So those who just come in, please say hi so we know that you are here with us. Let's see. I will go to my page as well and take a look. All right. Okay. All right. So let's why don't we just go right into the topic. I think why we call for this live, and recently, for those who don't know, last week, 21st of December, we just had our 10X award night and also our 10X vision casting. So every year, December, we will gather all our coaches from different places. So we will we have 5 countries, 50 coaches in 3 different continents. So we gather and we award and reward those who perform in their best. Okay, so we have many different award category. So, but of course, if you want to go and check it out again, you can always go to our 10XCEO page and check out the award. It's still there right now. It's still playing. It's still recorded there, so you can always check out. But of course, our biggest award on the night is our 10XCEO Coach of the Year, which is a very objective way of calculating. So we have every month we have a Coach of the Month, which our evaluation criteria is based on the commitment, contribution, and character. So we have a very clear way of measuring the result. So in that year, the highest score will be the winner. And of course, this year, which means that the coach of the year is the #1 coach out of all the 50 coaches all around the world. So Kevin has won this 10XCEO Coach of the Year award. So maybe Kevin, we should start with. We should go back to how we met and how long we have met over the years. So how long we have met? So since when? Hold on.
I think the first time we communicated would be back in before 2010, I believe. I think it's about 2008, 2009, 2008, 09, somewhere there. Yeah. But we met, of course, through common platforms. We met in church, through common church friends. Then and then Joe, that time Joe was in advertising. He was in branding and advertising at time, and I was in video production. So it's a very different industry. So of course, Joe, that time I think it was a project that requires us to a video there's a video need there. So that's how we got connected. And from then on, to cut the story short, so we work on a project, and we find that our working culture kind of like tally. Our value is we are having the same value. So that's why Joe explored further and said, hey, you want to come on board? That time was called Joy Shared House. So do you want to come on board and then lead the video department? I said, after a few thoughts and all, then we decided to proceed with that. That's how we become business partner. So I think that was the beginning of our entrepreneurship together. Yeah. So
All
that
right.
was in 2010. Yeah.
Great. I think I met Kevin 10 plus years ago. I still remember the first time the first project we worked together. I still remember vividly. What I particularly remember is really the culture of his team. So I still remember the time, of course, video production, we need to work very hard, the overnight, burn midnight oil all the time. And I remember the time Kevin have a team, so they will already work overnight doing editing and all that, rushing for the project. So I remember they were in the mama having supper, and then after that they need to continue doing editing. So I still remember I was there. I said, wow, Chamla, I think the staff were sure very angry lah. After work so hard, still need to after work few days in sleep, still need to later continue working. So then I remember Kevin told him that it's okay, you go back to sleep after this, I will do the editing. Then the staff said, hey, no, you go back, I will do the editing, you should rest. They said, no, you should rest. I said, wow, they are fighting for the job to do. Usually people don't want to do the work, but you're fighting for the work to do. So I said, wow, this is a very, very good culture. I like it. So yeah, from then on, we become partners for a few years. So of course, then we part ways, do different things, and then now we come back again. So maybe we just really want to jump right into the 10XCEO journey. Of course, it's amazing. I see your transformation from a band. I know you first time I see you are in a band, bassist, writing songs. Which song already? What's the song?
I will honor you. I will honor you.
I will honor you.
Yeah.
I still remember your first album. So I know you have a band, and then you were a qualified sound engineer. Then you run your video production house. First, you became partner in a content company, brand advertising company. Then became a coach. So Bobby, maybe you want to share your journey before you were a business coach. Were you always think that one day you end up become a business coach?
To be very frank with you, and this is on live, okay, never came across my mind that I would be a business coach, seriously. Those of you who are listening in, especially those who are my coaching clients, please, don't be shocked by this. Never in my life that I've dreamt to be a business coach. But the journey is quite interesting. I slowly fell in love with being a business coach along the way. Maybe later I can share a little bit why. But it never, to answer your question, never in my mind I see this part, at the end. Never. I see myself as a musician. I see myself having a band. I see myself being a rock star. Selling albums, and that's what I saw, kind of thing. But a coach, no, man, never. Far from that.
Wow. Okay, so before we said how do you end up become a coach, maybe we say your journey before, maybe your entrepreneur journey, just right before you become a coach. How was your entrepreneur journey been? How was your life been? How was it in that time? You were a billionaire, then decided too much money, so decided to stop and do something else.
That sounds like a nice story to tell. But today I will tell you the truth. The truth is, that's what I can fantasize, but no, it's not that, But I think in terms of video production, I was doing pretty okay. I was quite happy with video production. That's why Joe wanted me in to be a business partner then. Of course, long story short, we parted ways due to different reasons. That time there was Joe wanted to pursue strategy mainly, and for me, strategy is just, like I said, it's just never in my dictionary. I said, no, Joe, I think that's your dream, that's not my dream. So, of course, we were having challenges as well in the business. And I said, no lah, I'm out. So he, of course, being a very persistent and being very sure of what he wants to do strategy, because if you guys know Joe Isher, he wants to brand country. Yeah, he wants to strategize for country. He wants to be able to impact not just businesses. He wants to be able to impact communities, nations. I mean, this guy has got big dream. Okay, if 10 years ago I cannot capture that big dream, I was like, sure not. I said, I cannot. You know, it's like, for sure not. But now I see. You know, seriously, now I can see it. So, but that time I cannot see it. So we parted ways, and then fast forward, 2018. We get in touch again. Of course, before that, in 2014, 2015, I plunged into, right after we parted ways from the business, I slowly plunged into depression, which I didn't realize it was. So, yeah, people will always ask, you know, what level of depression? You know, I would say it's chronic depression. Yeah, but I refuse to be on medicine. You know, I refuse to go on medicine because I know once you go on that, you can never stop. So to me, how did I realize that I was in depression? Because nobody knows that. You know, you wake up, oh, I'm depressed. No, nobody knows that. No.
Status, your Facebook status show, is it depressed?
Yeah. That's why one day you wake up, FB says you're depressed. Okay, depressed. No, but and nobody planned to be depressed. Come on, which one of you plan to fall into that category? Hey, guess what, guys? I finally am depressed. Yeah, no, nobody set a goal like that. I mean, goal. We are talking about this word goal. At that time, I never know how to use this word set a goal. Especially, I would get very stressed when Joe end of the year. End of the year, he always do this thing called 10 things that would change your life. I get quite stressed out all the time. Why? Because I get stressed out because I don't know. I don't know what's the 10 things that I want to do for the next 1 year. That's why I stress out. You see, you do not get stressed because of workload, everything. You're stressed when you're uncertain, when you don't know, when you're totally as lost and you're not clear of what the end result is. That's when you are stressed. But the moment that you see the end picture, suddenly it's not that stress anymore. Joe always give this instruction. You know, sometimes you don't know how to do something, but when you know you ask someone, hey, how to do this, then this person over the phone just tell you, okay, you do this, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, and then you'll be able to solve the problem already. Although you haven't solved it, but you're less stressed already because you kind of like know the steps already, right? Because you're certain of certain things already. So to me, that time I cannot. Whenever you say 10 things that will change, I cannot. It's very stressful because I cannot plan for future. I don't know what's next. You know, a lot of people say it's a musician's sickness,
Symptom.
but I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm also a musician,
yeah,
I'm also a musician. Talking only, very lousy only.
So I wouldn't agree 100% as that, but I just feel that we never give time to think. That's all. We never allow ourselves time to think. So, anyways, I was talking about being depressed. So, yeah, your dog agrees as well. That's right.
Yeah. So my dog can't start again. Maybe I ask my wife to let
No
the
worries.
dog out.
Yeah. So when I realized I became depressed, it is when one day I was working quite late in the office. Yeah. Then I started to stand at the edge of the window because the office is very funny one. It has this. We are on the 3rd level. Yeah, level 3. But the window, right? You can open up fully. One, it's like a door, like that, almost like a door. You just have to step 1 foot over. You can jump already. I mean, I don't know who is the architect that designed that, but it's almost like designed for that purpose.
If you know the architect, please tag them in the comment. No, just kidding. Do
So
that. Okay, yeah. What happened?
I was standing at the window, and then I was looking at very tired. What am I doing? Then I opened up the window, and I looked down. And suddenly this thought came to my mind and say, don't like what you're doing, right? Jump. Just end it.
Wow.
Jump. Kevin, just jump. Your life is a mess. Jump. That's exact word. Your life is a mess. Jump. End it. Now that was very real, okay? I don't know how audible the voice is, but to me that was a real moment there. So that's the time that I said, oh. And I was there for about close to a minute, holding onto the panel of the window and potentially can step out already. Then suddenly I just shook myself out. It can't be just like this. So I quickly closed the window. I said, wow, suicidal thoughts, we never plan for it. But when it happens, and if you're not strong enough, or if you just got into too deep of allow your emotion to take control of your mind, I think that time I would have jumped already. But I really thank God. I really thank God that that time I didn't do that. Yeah. So then that took me back and I know I need help. I know that this is not normal already. This is not normal, right? Yeah. Nobody every day work late and then just stand at the window and thinking about jumping. No, yeah, I know that this is not normal. So, but I don't know how to seek for help. When you're in that mode, you don't know how to seek for help. You don't know how to even ask because you don't even know what that thing is. You just know that you're not feeling good. You're not feeling the best. You're just feeling lousy. You feel like a failure. I mean, I don't know how many entrepreneurs here you've gone through that lowest part of your life whereby you feel like a failure. You feel like, what do I do this for? I mean, I've been struggling. I feel my friend Takong one all like enjoying life. You see the Instagram photo and everything. Everyone is enjoying life, and then you yourself is like, wow, did I choose the wrong path? Suddenly this thought comes to you. Did I choose the wrong path? I mean, I'm supposed to be a musician. I mean, kind of thing. So there's a lot of thoughts that say that you are wrong. You make the wrong choice. You are just doomed to fail. If you continue on, you're just going to fail more. It's always this kind of thoughts. And when you're in that mode, it's hard to shake out of it, right? But I really, really am grateful that I have a positive group of friends. The positive environment helps you. So guys, entrepreneurs, remember, do not go through this route alone. Don't do this alone, okay? Look for positive entrepreneur friends or even a coach for the matter of fact, right? To be in that environment to really guide you. That time I had a few. I mean, I'm a Christian, so I have my church pastor with me, right? I have, of course, the church leaders. And that time, Joe was very busy with different things. So we didn't really talk for, quite often that time because Joe was focusing on building that time of strategy masterclass, So, then in 2018, January 2018, January the 15th, I believe, yeah. So Joe came to my house for whatever reason. He called. He said, "Hey, Jeff, how are you doing and everything? Can I go to your place?" And I was like, I've been hiding in my room for quite some time. Then, I've been not working. Whatever project comes, I just take, but I choose to stay in my cave. So Joe said, "Come to my house." I said, "That's weird because it's not like he often come and visit me." Yeah, in fact, I think that was probably the second time he visited me. Yeah. So I said, for whatever reason, that time I said, okay. Don't know why. I just said, okay. Then he came and then asked how are things. It's beginning of the year, just asking my plan. So again, I get stressed out when he asks me plan. Say, what's your plan? This question came out again. I mean, if you guys know Joe, he will ask you, about your goals and stuff. Not because to challenge you to put you down, but really because that by setting goal, you're able to see if you're progressing and if you're moving towards the things that you want to pursue or becoming the you that you're meant to be. So I said, I don't know, I got no plans. I'm in this mode kind of thing. And he was like, okay, if you don't know how to chart, maybe I chart it out for you. Maybe let me help you chart it out. Okay. that time I didn't have any ego, whatever, with me left. So I said, okay. So if you help me chart it out, where are you now? How much you're making, and how much do you want to make in the future? And once you have all the money and time, what do you want to do with it? It's slowly that 5 years to ignite. But I know that I cannot go back to my video industry because I let go for a long time already. So as I don't know how, in terms of the income part, I don't know how. Then I said, why not you still have the skill set of video? Why not you help to do part of it in what I'm doing now, which is strategy masterclass? Then I said, okay, that sounds fair. And then while doing that, explore coaching. Then I said, coaching. I was quite hesitant, to be very frank. I was hesitant because again, it never come across my mind. It doesn't make me a rock star, so it doesn't come across my mind. But I said, okay, I took it on, and then I do it. Then it wasn't easy. It was totally a huge learning curve for me. I have to learn about, again, strategies, something that which I didn't really want to pursue that time. Then when 8 months down the road, Joe, of course, Joe challenged me and he charged for me. And eventually, of course, first year, second year, I start to see result, and this is the third year. And of course, this year is totally a breakthrough for myself. I would say every year is a breakthrough, or even every month there is a breakthrough for me. Yeah, especially from second year onwards. Yeah, small little breakthrough, but this year, of course, it's a very obvious breakthrough. Yeah, so in short, yeah, I never started off wanting to be a coach. I plunged into depression.
I think, Kevin, you hang already.
Charting is very important. So Joe helped to chart for me. When you don't know how to chart your path, please look for someone that can help you to chart. Don't be a hero and chart that. So I think before I was like that, and how I jumped into coaching like this, and the rest is history, I would say. Yeah.
All right.
So
thanks, Kevin. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for being so open to share your past story. I know it's never easy to really share, but I think people we are online here, or you are watching this live, or even later the replay. I think it's very true. At least based on my experience over the past 15 years, myself as an entrepreneur starting from age 23. So, and I've met with really hundreds and thousands of entrepreneurs. So, and I've realized this, every one of them at certain season point of their life, they actually went through some sort of depression. Because of course, depression can be level 1 to level 10, 10 being like, wow, like what you said in your chronic is going to either you kill someone or you kill yourself, or the level 1, I see your client come and support you. Okay, so the level 1, it could be just a minor anxious, to maybe 5, 6, you can't sleep. Of course, I'm not a psychologist. I'm just giving my own interpretation of the level of the depression. So I think everyone, some sort in their life, they will come to a point that maybe they can't sleep. They can't sleep at night. To me, can't sleep at night is probably 6, 7 already. Yeah. So every entrepreneur, because why? Because entrepreneur journey itself, where the stress come from. Of course, I think depression always it started from stress and all that. Just make a disclaimer again, I'm not a psychologist. I'm just coming from my own experience that I think always the depression, because I also went through 2 times of the depression. And of course, like what Kevin said, during you are in depression, actually, I didn't know that was depression. That was called depression until when you look back, wow, that is actually depression. So, and you always start with uncertainty. You always start with stress. And where the stress come from? Stress come from uncertainty. Because the time I was so stressed, I really go and study, what is stress. I got so many books. Even you come to now my lab, you still can see some stress management 101, stress management books, a series of books that I read through. What is stress? I search Google. Then I found out that stress only comes from one place. which is uncertainty. When you are uncertain, you will start to feel stressed. The bigger the uncertainty, the bigger the stress. So that's why I say sometimes you are so stressed, you don't know what to do, but you call someone like what you said just now, and the person tell you, okay, this is what you need to do. After you share it, even before you do it, you feel better already because you become more certain. So the stress comes from uncertainty. And you know what? Entrepreneur journey itself is uncertain. That is the part of the package. So of course, the adventurous excitement and anxiety is really one line, just one line difference, you know. So sometimes you wow, when you cannot differentiate between am I excited or am I really stressed or uncertain. So yeah, so I think that's why most of the entrepreneurs actually go through a journey of. In fact, I think when they started, they could be higher in the stress level. But of course, the more years you go, you know the answer. You have banged some more. You learn from other mistakes. You learn from your own mistake. You learn from other mistakes. So you're getting more and more certain. You know when you take on a project, what need to be done A to Z. So you become less stressed because you're less uncertain. So I think that's why I think every entrepreneur in the journey, if you're listening to this, you may go through some form of challenges as well. So, but I really want to thank Kevin for the openness for sharing this with us. So I think I remember the time when I looked for you. Actually, I didn't know you went through that 7 years of depression. So seriously, that's why I say when someone are depressed, even we are business partner. I see him almost every day, but I didn't notice that what is going through inside him. So I think this is something that we really just need to be aware of people around us, especially how do you find the good signal if they are entrepreneurs.
True. Very true.
So, there's some truth in it. Seriously, if your friend are running a business and especially at this season of time, they are really being uncertain. So I really didn't know you went through all that. And I remember that time, I also don't know why. I think it's not the second time I find you, no. I think it's the first time I find you in your house. Yeah,
Yes.
I've never been to your house before.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, I've never been to your house before. So I also don't know why suddenly this voice. Yeah, just suddenly, I really out of nowhere. I say, hey, I just want to call you and then ask you, hey, maybe I come and visit. I mean, I can just call you, say hi, right? I don't need to come to your house. Seldom we'll go to other people's house, but I don't know why. I also just suddenly feel like that. I mean, or maybe God called, answer both sides. So I just thought I'd look for you. And then, when I came to your house the other time, I remember your wife, your kids all went back to hometown. You are alone at home. So then I still remember when you shared with me openly what you're going through. So when I tell you, the time actually we just started 10x not long, that's why I think just only had Paul, if I'm not mistaken, or Paul or 1, 2 more, I forgot. So I said, why don't you be a coach? I think Paul actually proven that this works, so why don't you do it? So I still remember you tell me two illustration. One is a metaphor, one is an illustration. So what you tell me, I say, do you think it works? So I still remember you told me this. I was quite I was quite not shocked, I was quite sad, I mean, quite worried because you said, I see it may works, it could work, but I say right now my situation is, even if you put a stack of money in front of me, I 我没有力去拿. You said I don't even have the strength to extend my hand to take this stack of money. So I said, wow, this is really I really can imagine how your journey, how your challenge you are. Then you go on and share that you feel like you are in a tunnel, and the tunnel has no end. You just see the dark tunnel, and you are in the tunnel, and you don't know when. So you just see no end in the tunnel. So I think that was the state of your mind, right, at the time.
Yeah. Wow, now that you mentioned, I think that part totally erased from my mind, seriously.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Erased from your mind.
Yeah, seriously. Now that you mentioned, yes, I think we were sitting at the dining table. I was sitting there. You mentioned to me, if you put a stack of money in front of me, I don't even have that willpower. That was the word that I used. I don't even have the willpower to stretch out my hand to hold it. That's very real. People who are in depression are seriously, you just refuse. Your mind just tell you not to move. You just cannot move. Really, that's how it is. And like Joe mentioned, I cannot see light. People always say, oh, you can see a light at the end of the tunnel. I can't even see that dot of light. Nothing. It's just black, pitch black. And I don't know when it will end. That's why that's the exact feeling. Wow. Now that you mentioned, it's It's no longer there. Seriously, yeah.
It's really vivid in my mind. So yeah, so that's why I think that is that's a journey you've been through. I think for people, people will go through the journey. Yeah, just need to be really aware of people around you, what they are challenging, what challenge are they facing. Yeah, just sometimes just call your friend, how are you doing? You know, a lot of time is like that. You just, when you feel like calling someone, just do it. Even so I still I think this is not a unique case. I've heard many friends or leaders who share with me that hey, he suddenly, I know another story in Penang. So this his name is Adrian Swear. So he just called this friend that he met long time ago. They are used to work in like a neighbor store. So they sell thing in the road store selling. So that when we first started many years ago, the wife used to, they all pick up the shelf from Penang beach, and then they draw and then they sell in the store. So this person actually in the next store. So every now and then, he says he will call him 3 months, 6 months, every now and then. So he said one day when he called, he said, hey, how are you doing? He said, this guy is sitting on the Penang Bridge and is going to jump. And he said, how are you doing? He said, I'm going to jump down from the bridge. He said, what's wrong? So anyway, the rest is history. Now he's doing well. He transformed. His life was transformed. Not only that, he also transformed other people's life. He have a son and he adopted a daughter that the daughter was facing some very, very huge challenge in the house, some sort of domestic violence or something. The parent left. So the grandma took after. Then he just brought her home. He asked the grandma, "Can I bring her home?" He said, "Yeah, go ahead." The grandma also don't want to take care of her. So yeah, I mean, I asked him, "Why do you do that?" He said, "You know, my life was saved by someone, and I received so much love. I want to pass it on. I want to love. I want to pass on the love." So I said, "Wow,
exactly.
There's something so powerful."
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, thank you again. Also, so open sharing. I think then now the biggest question is, how do you actually step out? You know, the end of the tunnel is all pitch black. How do you start?
Yeah.
Where do you begin? Actually, where do you begin? And I've heard this is a journey. I remember that you're walking and then say, now that you're seeing the light, and then the light is there. Now you step out of the light, but the tunnel is still at your back. You need to move faster. You need to go. So I mean, maybe we start with just the beginning. How do you begin to walk out of that?
Yeah. I think when you came to my house, then you charted out for me, suddenly less stress, right? Like what we mentioned just now about stress. When someone charted out for you, you can see a little picture there already. You realize, okay, I can see something at the end already. Not too stressful already. It's not pitch black kind of thing anymore. Though the tunnel to me is still very far-fetched, right? But somehow when someone chart it for me, remember, guys, I always say this: when you don't know how to chart your life, please allow someone who is experienced, someone that you trust, chart. Yeah. In this case, it's always a life coach, a business coach. If you're in church, your pastor, get them to be able to help you to journey this. So for me, Joe that time came and then began to chart for me. I said, oh, one piece of paper can already. I mean, he was using his iPad. He just drew it out in his iPad. It's like, oh, like that. Okay. I thought it's like, one whole stack of strategy book kind of thing. Then when that happens, the next thing that he did, all right, he didn't just come to my house, chart it out for me. He immediately find the next immediate solution for me to get onboarded, to get on this journey and start moving. Because I think that makes a huge difference. If that time he said, okay, let's see what we can do lah, then you leave it there hanging, that's it. I will go back to where I was. Nothing will happen. Really. So that means someone around you took the deliberate action, and I say this again, deliberate action. It takes someone that really care to come and knock hard on your door. I said, open the door, don't want, until he banged the door, come in. That kind of illustration. If you guys get me, that means that this friend would really, really have this amount of conviction that he wants to make sure that he get you out from that cave and then into the first step into that path. So I remember that time we only had one coach. 10X only got one coach, which is our coach number 001. Yeah, Paul Wong.
Which is coach of the year 2019.
Yeah, he's the coach of the year 2019 and he's my mentor. Okay. Okay, Joe is his mentor, and he mentors me. So then that time we were supposed to do a strategy masterclass preview in Terengganu. So we all, got ourselves there, and Joe said, "Okay, Kevin, come with us, and then just watch how we do this. Okay, you learn by doing, ma. Okay, so go and watch her." So that's the first time I remember. 20 something January. I can't remember the exact date. 20 something January, we flew to Terengganu, and then that's how I started. Yeah. Again, if he left hanging and say, let me come back from Terengganu and then we talk about it, I think, I would have gone back to my cave again. But he took the immediate action and make sure that he pushed me out from that cave and at least step onto something that's more solid than the cave first. Something more solid and then start to go with it. Now, because in Terengganu, I'm clueless also in Terengganu. I was like, I also don't know what's going to happen in Terengganu. So I see the people there. I don't know all the terms that Joe and Paul uses. Is, to me, it's I'm so new to it. And then suddenly we start to meet, just three of us. And then few weeks down the road or 1 month down the road, there's a few more people coming in, and more and more people. The environment changed. Yeah. And the environment somehow got me into a more positive mindset. Remember, number one, we need to have a new mindset. So Joe imparted that. So I begin to capture the new mindset. Now, having a new mindset doesn't change a thing, okay? It's just change up here. But the new mindset must make you to take some action. So my next action is, okay, I'm in. I don't know how to go, but you tell me where to walk, I walk. So then I jump in. Then the environment change. Now, not just me and Joe only. There's Paul, right? Who is in this journey already, who is in coaching already. And so I follow. And he shared with me his story of how Joe helped him during his season. Right? Everyone has their own story, okay, in entrepreneurship. So he shared about his journey in coaching. And eventually we have a team. Now that environment suddenly all came in, and all from different backgrounds, and all start to create this vibe, this nest that I call it, is all positive vibe. That changed me, really. If without the environment, I don't think I'm able to so easily even forgot what I mentioned about that. Put a stack of money, I don't have the willpower to get it. I totally forgot about it. If not because of that environment, seriously. So number one, mindset. Number two, the environment. Yeah. So I remember it is that tool that start to make me want to take action and be more initiative. If not, I would have been very passive. So Joe will ask me, hey, have you done this? Or then I do a bit. Have you done this? Do a bit, kind of thing. But the environment somehow helps to just nurture you and encourage you to, hey, I think I need to do this. Yeah. And you begin to take initiative to do it. Yeah. So even being coach of the year for 2020, it was never in my goal list, seriously. I did not join this platform to say I must be a coach of the year. Never, seriously. All I know is that when Paul became coach of the year, that time, 2019, I look at him and I was like, wow, I don't know when I can be like you. But my be like you is not to get the coach of the year. My be like you is like, to be so steady, to know to have a few coaching clients, to know how to coach properly, to, it's all those things. Oh, that was all. I said, if I can be 50% of you, Paul, I very satisfied already. That was in my mind now when he went up to receive the award. I'm not a big dreamer in that, So, but yet 2020 come, and then I just continue to do the fundamentals, what I need to do. And I don't know, just step by step, I begin to have clients, 2 clients, and then eventually 3 clients. And then MCO happened. Okay. Then when MCO happened, I had 4th client. Oh, that was a breakthrough. I was like, hey, okay. Then I've got 5th client, I've got 6th client, and I've got client that I cannot take anymore. I have to refer to other coaches.
Yeah.
But
sought after coach.
Yeah. Then, I mean, it all happened so fast. But again, it's not because I focused on trying to be coach of the year. All I did was doing the fundamentals of what 10X system requires. I do whatever that is that it takes to be a 10X coach and to deliver results for our clients. That's all I was focusing on. Yeah. And somehow the result became coach of the year. That's the result. Yeah. I wasn't aiming for that, but that somehow becomes a reward. So I'm very grateful for that. When I got it, I got a shock. Seriously, even today, when I look at this, it's still in front of me. So I mean, to me,
show the screen.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I haven't posted on Facebook yet because we're all
writing a book for it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. To me, holding it is still very surreal, seriously, because like I said, it wasn't in my mind, but somehow being awarded with this, really, it gives me a lot of that music, huh? It gives me a lot of assurance that I'm on the right path. Yeah, it gave me a lot of confidence, that wow, before 2018, all I can think about is let's end this. But now I see life and life more abundantly. I see that, wow, I can't wait for 2021 to change more entrepreneurs. I never thought like that before. I never would think like that before. And 2020, seeing all my clients, win awards, in terms of life transformation, I'm so proud. Seriously, not because of my doing, I'm so proud that 10X system works. I'm so proud that I actually learned to let down my ego and follow Joe and agree with Joe and say, okay, chart my life, please. I walk. I'm so proud that I walk out from my cave. I'm so proud that I start to see changes. And I'm so proud that, I begin to fall in love with coaching, frankly speaking. And now I really enjoy it because that we see things that money cannot buy. You see entrepreneurs' business change. You see their life change. And to some extent, you see their marriage being strengthened and then transformed.
Wow.
I mean, that is the thing that money cannot buy, I would tell you first, okay, that kind of fulfillment. So I'm just so proud, to be able to see such transformation, to be able to be in this platform, to witness this transformation firsthand. I don't have to hear from, different people kind of thing. Wow. So just like Paul last time, we always see that, wow, people always give testimony about how Paul helped change their life, not just their life, their children's life also. I was like, wow, I remember one of Paul's coaching clients says, Paul literally helped to transform the children's life. And I was like, when can I have a chance like that? And now I already am experiencing, enjoying that. And I'm so, I cannot thank this platform enough. If I can summarize this platform, what is the firm foundation of this platform? Other than creating business and making them, creating business that matter, making them a force for good, I think the ultimate one keyword that this platform sits on is love. Love, love. That's all I can tell you. If this 10X CEOs, right, doesn't have this as a foundation, love as a foundation, we are just another organization with some formula, with some system, and that's it. And of course, the founder looks good, really Leng Zai, and yeah, the rest of the team member also very Leng Zai Leng Loi, and that's about it. But other than that, there's nothing special. But it is because of this love as a foundation. That's why we go all out. You can ask all our clients. I can very confidently tell you, go ask all our clients. My client, I remember just last week, few days ago, we were talking about this. He told me, he said, Kevin, the first time my wife asked me to engage this coaching program, I was like, 真的吗? True or not? This kind of thing. And then he said, hey, every month we pay just to talk to Kevin only. He said like that. I was like, then he's like, he's getting doubtful. But 8 months down the road, I tell you, of course, he won the Life Transformation Award. 8 months down the road, that's really cool. Yeah. And I mean, next time when you got a chance, right, you guys can meet him, right? He's based in Penang. There he's here. Ooh, Alex
Yeah.
Tan. Right.
He don't
Yeah.
even want. He said one is not enough. He want 5. You see, he put 5 there.
Yeah. So I mean, when I hear that, I said, wow, I've always wanting to make my life meaningful, and now changing entrepreneur's life through this method. It's money cannot buy. All I can tell you is that. Thank you, Joe.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you, Kevin. I think it's such a powerful story. If you love his story, let's give him some love here. Click some love. Give him more and more love. So click on the love if you love his story. And you know what? You share something. Love is something that usually in corporate world they don't try not to bring it up because it's a business, it's result. But it's not true, if you recently love the I should say, if you recently read, not love you recently read the books, this $1 trillion coach, they talk about the story of this coach. I'm not selling the book, I'm just telling you the story. But it's a very good book. Not only this for coach, I think for business entrepreneur you should read, because every entrepreneur should be their own organization chief coach. So this story is so powerful. We talk about this coach named Bill Campbell. But Bill Campbell, he actually, a lot of people try to write about his story and he rejected. He don't want to come out a book of. But people that he coached, you'll be shocked. Why he called $1 trillion coach? Because he really coached the business to become a $1 trillion business, and it's and not one. He is if a lot of people will know that when Steve Jobs is alive since 1990 something, he every Sunday he have a long morning walk with an old man, and that is actually their coaching session. And this guy is Bill Campbell. He's actually coaching Apple when they are in their toughest time. So he also coached Google when during their startup, and then he coached the CEO of the COO of Facebook, Sheryl Sandberg, and the list goes on. But anyway, the story is this: he in the one chapter he talked about the power of love. He said a lot of people don't talk about this, but love is real. And a lot of people don't talk about it in the corporate world. They think it's a very cheesy, try not to go that route. But this platform, and if a lot of people here, they're wondering, hey, why we are doing well? Of course, we just be grateful that we are doing good. But it's not that we have we have system, we have skill set, we have tool set, but we have mindset. But the foundation. Sometimes you just look at an organization, not even organization, you look at someone's life, you look at someone's business, you look at someone's marriage, you can see the surface. It's like a tree, you see the fruit is so nice or spirit is not good. But sometimes when you just tear down the surface, you look at what is in the foundation. Sometimes a marriage, you see, of course, me and Connie like to do the couple dinner. We ask people about. So sometimes a marriage, when you open up the house, you just go to the foundation. What is in the foundation? Sometimes there's good thing. There's feeling, there is joy, but sometimes there's responsibility. Sometimes there's fear. Sometimes there's anger. But what is the foundation? A lot of relationships started because of feeling. That's why I say we fall in love, right? We fall in love. It's a feeling, but feeling can be gone. So that's why a lot of marriage broke down when the feeling is gone, because in their foundation is feeling. But we say no. We say love is not only a feeling. Love is a decision. It's a commitment. It's a covenant. So we want to replace feeling with not only feeling. We want to add on with a decision to love for the rest of your life. So when the feeling is gone, the decision is still there. The commitment is there. The covenant is there. So, but in this company as well, every company, when you pull out, what is we use the word strategy but when you break it down, when you open up the company, what is underneath? What is the foundation? A lot of companies, actually their foundation is profit. That's all. So there's just one P&L, which is fine. I mean, every business needs to earn a profit. And that's why we focus on 3 P&L, right? But they say, okay, fine. I'm not asking you to take out your profit. If you take out your profit, you become non-profit organization. That's not what we want you to do. We still want you to remain the profit, but we want to add 2 more foundation, which is passion and love. Also P&L, but it's a brand P&L, passion and love. And you also want you to add the 3rd P&L, leadership P&L, which is passion, purpose and life. What is the purpose? And in 10XCEO, you just say there's something so important that in this coaching organization actually started with love, a love for a friend. It's the Paul story that we just I never intend to start a coaching organization. I just want to have a friend. So yeah, I said I was going through some challenges. I actually don't have a framework, nothing for small SME, but we are mainly consulting multi-million to billion companies. So our framework is for big company. So I said, you know, to train up a new consultant, you take 10 years. So I said, it's very tough for me to train out a new consultant in a short time. So I said, I don't know what to do. Let me have I will mentor you. I think this is the first, he's actually my first official mentee, you know. And you know, a lot of people think, hey, when you need a mentee means when someone come to approach you to be a mentor, then yeah, then you can be a mentor. No, actually I went to Paul, I asked him, can I mentor you? Can you be my mentee? You say, wow, like, your face so thick one. But you know, because of course, I don't care because it's out of love. I really want to care. So I said, can I mentor you? So I said, I don't know. And I also don't know how because I don't have previously, I don't have a proper mentee. We're just sharing, teaching. So I said, why not like this? Every Monday, we sit in a Starbucks, 10 to 5. I will teach you everything I know. You take a notebook, write down everything. I'm sure one day you can use it. So just started like that. So anyway, the rest is history. Now from 1 to 2 to 12 to 20, 25, 50. And yeah, I mean, our vision now, we want to have 10,000 coaches in 100 countries in the next 10 years, but not because we want to grow profit and all that, but we want to impact more businesses, impact more lives. Yeah. So yeah, I think you started perfectly. And yeah, I think before we go further, I actually want to pull back to what you shared just now when you say how you walk out of it. You share something very powerful that you start with mindset and then environment and then you take action. You know, this is something so real. You know, a lot of people say that, how many of you here in the audience believe that people don't change? People don't change or people can't change. Yeah. So yeah, I hear people every time they say, you know, people can't change, people don't change. Some people, yeah, people do change. So if you are the audience that you believe people do change, post 1 in the comment. If you believe people don't change, you type 2 in the comment. If you believe that people do change, you give me a 1 in the comment. If you believe people don't change, give me 2 in the comment. So let's put in the comment. So do people change? Yes, put 1. No, put 2. So yeah, so you know, actually people do change, you know, but they always think that change is action, which is true. You know, you want to take action, right? Then only you can change, right? And a lot of people, of course, there are 2 groups. One people, they don't change at all. They don't take action. That's why they can never change. But some people just take action and they still can't change. Why? You see, right? And people say, oh, some people, they don't take action. That's why they cannot change. Some people take action. They also cannot change. Why is that so? Actually, very simple. Because the first step of change is not action. Because that action is not sustainable. After you take one action, hey, you feel defeated again. So, you know, the first step of change, or they don't really believe in that action. They don't really believe in what they do. They just do something and then, you see, I told you it never works. So I think first step of change is awareness. Another word is your mindset. You need to be aware that why you need the change. Do you really want the change? You need to aware, what is this about? You know, you hear a lot of story when people suddenly wake up and say, hey, they come to realization that this is, I really need to change. So this first step of change is awareness. Second step is not even action yet. Even you're aware and then you take action, you still fall back to the same place. Second step of change is environment. You need an environment that support you to grow. You need an environment to support you, and you want people around you to want you to win. And you want people around you to keep winning as well. You need to put yourself into the right environment. So we always say, if someone say, I want to be very good in basketball, I just need to place him next to Michael Jordan. 1 year he come back, no matter what, he still be Malaysia top 10. So because the environment, you put it into the environment, so you need to put yourself into the environment. It could be a group of friends. It could be a platform. So you need to go to an environment. It could be a church. It could be a religious organization. You just need to put yourself into an environment that help you to achieve the result that you want. Then third step is action. Then the action can be sustainable because you have awareness. You change your mindset. You have an environment to support you. When you fall down, people will encourage you, come on, back up again. And then when you see people keep winning, going to that route, you say, hey, actually, it's possible. You see, everyone is winning. Everyone is doing this. Now, so That is three steps. I think first step
Exactly.
I'll change the awareness, environment, and then only action.
Yeah, maybe I add on to that, just in case people think that this whole 10x coaching platform is just based on this one system called Love Funny. So, okay. Yes, we have frameworks, okay. Again, we coach people in the area of mindset, skill set, and tool sets. Of course, in terms of tool sets, we have different frameworks in that. Again, the way we approach coaching is, we always say this is called eclectic approach. What does it mean by eclectic approach? It's simply like, in today, maybe you guys are more familiar with MMA. So those days you don't have MMA, you only have boxing as in boxing. Yeah, those days you have taekwondo as taekwondo. But MMA, probably the one that made it famous was Bruce Lee. He kind of like made it famous in the sense whereby using multiple techniques, combine it together, you know, and then trying to take down the opponent in the shortest time manner. So it's just basically in short results. Which one brings me the results in the shortest time manner? So that's how we approach. We're using different methods. But in my journey of going through this, like I said, 2018 I started, right? You know that by August 2018, one of the criteria to be part of a 10x coach is that we must be in the networking platform. We must be in the business platform. All the new members that join in, they all join BNI and this and that, whatever kind of thing, really. Then I was still hovering around, you know, just visiting here and there kind of thing. So August came, 2018, Joe asked me, hey, bro, how's your BNI doing? I looked at him and said, I visited a few lah. Oh, which BNI you joined? I actually haven't joined. Then he jumped and he's like, wow, cannot. I said, if like that, how to get results? He said, I don't care. You 1 month, I give you 1 month, you must join one already. So that time I can have two reactions, or rather two responses. Number one, okay, great. I'm being, you know, challenged or pushed already. Then pressure starts to come in already. I can choose the easy route out, which is, okay lah, coaching not for me, I give up. Or I can do whatever it takes to make sure that I go and find a platform and a networking platform to join in, as that is part of the criteria. Do I want to play this game well, or do I just want to take the easy route out to give up and say, no, this is not for me? So I said, okay, that time, because the environment was very helpful, really. If that time is just myself and Joe, I think I would have given up. That time, the environment was helpful. Not only Joe said that you must find a platform, Joe assigned people, leaders, to come in to guide. Of course, leader is Paul lah. Paul will come and, hey, bro, which BNI platform you visiting now, kind of thing. So that environment itself helped us help me to not give up. That's why environment is crucial, guys. You know, working environment is the same, because some people, you go for, I'm sure some of you entrepreneurs, you go for Tony Robbins, you know, you go for all kinds of environment, all kinds of motivational, and yeah, it's like, but when you come back, do you realize that a lot of them, right, when they come back, suddenly the fire just environment, because they go back to the same working environment. Before you step into the office, WhatsApp already scolding you. Really, you know, before you sleep, already scolding you for the next day one already. You know, I've been hearing people say, hey, my boss already scolding me for tomorrow one already. So, you know, it's so sad now when I hear that. Wow, so sad. So the environment doesn't help them to change as much as they want to. Here, during Tony Robbins, like, yes, I can, I want. But when they come back, the environment just doesn't allow them. That's why in 10x, I'm really, really grateful. Again, the key thing is I'm really grateful because the people there really, really allow us and help, not just allow, they really push us to make sure that we get into that room we call change. Push it through. They know that by pushing you to that room called the new you, then they know that things will start to take place with you. So I'm really grateful for the leaders that is in place. That's environment. So again, why I say 10x is based off love. If the leaders are all based on system, they would have disqualified me already. Kevin, sorry, disqualified. but they go extra mile because of love. Okay, because they want to see. That's how Joe mentioned one thing. They want to see us success. If you realize in 10x, I don't know about other organization. All I know is in 10x, every coach cheer for each other's success. One, there's no one that sour face, sour grape. No lah, this one win because got a lot of fans on Facebook. This one win because of this father rich whatever kind of thing. No such thing. One, all celebrate each other's success, and not only that, all celebrate each other's clients' success. When they hear our coaching client success, all of them cheer up. All of them were cheering. Wow, what do you do? I want to learn from you also. I mean, I just so enjoy this kind of environment. And in 10x coaching, we want to help our coaching clients to create this kind of environment, a positive environment, an environment that allows their employees to be able to perform at their best, not out of fear. Really, not out of fear. A lot of organizations, you realize, right, employees, they all perform just enough to meet the KPI. Why? Because do too little cannot. You won't meet your KPI. It's just a matter of time before you got sacked. But if you overperform, again, you might fear that people will feel that you're trying to prove something, is it, kind of thing. Your boss, especially your direct superior, will feel that you're trying to prove something, kind of thing. So you're in that fearful environment, just fearing that people will judge you. So we want to really help entrepreneurs to create not that kind of environment, but an environment where people are freely be able to perform at their very best. Yeah.
Good. You see, thank you for sharing. I mean, Kevin, there's something really powerful. But again, I pull back because I always pull back because you know why I will keep pulling back? Because I think once people get into the momentum and go into the right track, they will make it. But I think the toughest is during that, in the tunnel, when you don't see hope, when you don't see light, that is where the toughest part. So I think I should remember the time what we did was, if you remember, before the mindset, all this, I think in 10x we have this thing we call supercharge your day. How do you supercharge your day? And also that's how you supercharge your life, because if you want to change your life, you change your day. So one day change every day, and if you want to change your life, you change your day. So I think that was what we practiced. I think the time really when I hear this, what you're going through, I don't know what to do as well. So I just share that what I do and what we do now as a team, the supercharge your day. So there's something very powerful. It's a routine, because there's a powerful thing. Until your routine is changed, your life will not change. Until your routine of life, every day of your routine change, your life will not change. So don't talk about 20 years down the road. Talk about your day today, your day tomorrow. So, I one time Kati shared something really so powerful. Is it, you can judge someone. Don't use the word judge, Christian don't like the word judge. Okay, you can know someone's 10 years time based on one day of his life. So you just see how he lived his day. You will know. You just repeat that by 3,650, 3,650. Then you will know. So for example, I give you more clear illustration. One guy, let's say I'm both of them are employees. So one guy start work, wake up late, rush to work, reach work late. When I reach office, go down, then grab a breakfast, eat slowly, and then just Facebook, hang out. Then when the boss comes, faster do something, and then go for lunch, a long lunch, come back, act to work a bit, play a bit, and then leave early work, then happy hour, drink until 8, 9 o'clock, go back, watch YouTube, Netflix until 11, 12, then play some games until 2 o'clock, then sleep again, the next day late again. Okay, just imagine this is a day of person A. If you're person A, comment A. No, just kidding, don't do that. Okay, so B, person B, same employee, wake up 7 o'clock in the morning, do an exercise, then start reading, relax, do a prayer, devotion, do his journal, then shower, go to work, probably spend a good breakfast with the family or the spouse, then go to work early, decided today this is the 7 task of the day, or today is the 3 tasks that matter, today is the 5 tasks that matter, I want to complete it. Then he go and do things that matter. It doesn't matter how long. If it's short, if it's finish early, then it's finished. If it take long, he finish. But what is the thing that matter? 3 tasks that matter, 5 tasks that matter, finish. Then end work, go for early dinner, then go for Toastmaster at evening, learn public speaking. Then after that, maybe hang out with Toastmaster for a while, come back home, shower, spend some time with the family, then do his reading, the daily reading, commitment, 3 pages a day, write down his diamond, and then reflect his day, and then plan for his next day. What is the 3 tasks or 5 tasks that matter the following day? And then he sleep. Before he sleep, he do his declaration. I am a warrior. Yeah, so he do his declaration that grateful for the day. So he writes his grateful journal. So the next day he wake up, he start with the grateful journal. What am I grateful for today? What is that? So you just imagine, you can see the person, right? A and B. You see this B person, can you imagine 10 years later, where would he be? And can you imagine the A? Yeah, so yeah, Suzanne said not just entrepreneur. Yeah, I just mentioned, I say employee, everyone, same thing. So A and B. So can you imagine 10 years down the road? So okay, then you say means that you will know someone 10 years just from one day. You don't need to wait for 10 years. So some people say, hey, not fair, someday not so good, someday better. I say, okay, fine, take your average day. Take a 10 day and then average out. That is your 10 years time. So it's just one day. So why I want to share it? Because I still remember when you share with me, I think, I don't know how to change your life, but I know I can help you to change the day. So we go for this supercharge your day routine, the 3 routine. So how many of you here want to know what is the routine that changes Kevin's day and eventually his life now not even 10 years, it's just 2 years. So how many of you want to know, say supercharge. So you type supercharge in your comment if you want to know what is the routine, the supercharge your day routine that Kevin practices that time until now that changes his life. So type in the comments supercharge. Supercharge. Yes, Pechu says supercharge. The first one. Okay, we only tell Pechu. Everyone, please cover your ear. No, just kidding. Okay. So yes, supercharge. Great. So Suzanne very desperate. She supercharge me now. You want it now? Okay. Supercharge. Great. Okay, everyone is saying supercharge. Awesome. Okay, so write it down. This is a great diamond. And it's not a big ceremony. You need to prepare all this. It's actually very, very simple thing. But sometimes simple thing is not that simple, Sometimes this is common sense. But after all, common sense is not that common. If everyone is just doing common sense, this world will be a better place. All right, so listen, supercharge. First thing we do, we just shared the version of ours. Of course, you can edit the version. So because based on your belief, so first thing we do, because we are Christian, first thing we do devotion. So we read the Bible and we meditate on the words. What is the devotion? So if you are any other religion, you can do a devotion. Devotion simply means you devote yourself and devote your time. Some people practice yoga. Some people meditate. So just what is your practice that you will devote yourself? Means that you fully focus your whole self, and it's focused out. Not just because sometimes you wake up, how about myself? You just worry yourself, worry about your life, worry about your work, you're anxious. The moment you feel anxious, the moment you feel worried, because you are focusing in. So the morning, the first thing you do, when you say devotion is when you give 100% out, you focus out. Then you are not worried about yourself. Just 5-10 minutes, your life just feel better. So for us, we as Christian, we read Bible, we devote ourselves to God's words. So if you can practice yoga or whatever your practice, but something you can devote out 100%, even for that 5-10 minutes. That is the first thing we do. Second thing I advise him to do is grateful journal. So grateful journal. What is the grateful journal? Is that you write down what are you grateful for. And sometimes you write, sometimes you read. Means that not every day you got mood to write, Sometimes you just want to read. It's okay. So write down in your journal or in the Evernote, in the something that you can, I always recommend write in the phone that you can always refer back. So write down a grateful journal. Why is that so important? Because that that is so powerful because you mix. Maybe I just put it in the other way. You know, you never see a grateful person depressed. Over the time I didn't tell him that lah, then he would think that I want to humiliate him. But no, because there's a scientific effect on this. It's not just feeling good, you know, it's scientific effect. So you know, there's this when you are depressed, you release certain hormone. That's why you feel there is a scientific and body reaction to it. So when you depress, you release a certain hormone. So let's call it a depressed hormone, okay, easier. Yeah. So, and you know, when you are grateful, when you're truly grateful, you also release a certain hormone, right? So let's call it a grateful hormone, easier. Okay, so, but you know, scientifically proven, when the grateful hormone is released, the depressed hormone cannot survive. So they cannot coexist. That's why you cannot see a grateful person depressed. So grateful, but of course, like I say, grateful is not just just saying it. I break down in 3 levels. You know, when you write a grateful journal, first is who or what. What are you grateful for? Who are you grateful for? There is just one word. Let's say I'm grateful for my wife. So, but second level is what is the specific things that you are grateful for? What is a specific incident, specific thing that she or she do for you that make you grateful? So write down, why are you grateful? In other words, the first is who and what. Level 2 is why are you grateful? Why are you grateful for that? Give a specific reason. What is the incident? Why? And then that goes to level 3. Level 3 is you need to write a sentence or word or incident that you can feel the emotion. You really feel grateful. So it's just a word that you understand. Others may not understand, but you understand. I can share one of mine with you for my wife one. If my wife, I don't know whether my wife is online. If my wife is online, say yes. Say I love you forever. So yeah, okay. So of course, my grateful journey is a long list, but one of them and my wife one I write here. I'm grateful for Connie, my wife, my best friend, my life partner, my soulmate, the love of my life. Grateful for her in my life, her smile, her character, her beauty, her support, her trust, her love for me, and her love and patience to nurture our babies, our children. Grateful for God-given 4G woman. Now 5G already lah. Last time 4G. Godly, graceful, gorgeous, grateful. Okay, right until here is still level 2. I like who I'm grateful for, what I'm grateful for, and why I'm grateful for her. Then level 3 is just one sentence. When I read this sentence out, it may not mean anything to you, but it means a lot to me. So I write here, her sacrifice to come to Malaysia. I remember once she was asleep and say, Mama, I know she missed home. Even right now, I feel emotional because I remember one time she gave up everything. She gave up her job. She gave up not gave up her family. She left her family. She left her job. She worked in 4 Seasons Maldives, have a good job, beautiful scenery, and she gave up all that just to come to Malaysia to marry me. And you know, after 1 year married, I still remember she was sleeping, and then she was dreaming, and then she called for her mom, Mama, like a kid, you know, calling for mom. So I know she really missed home, but she gave up and she left her family just for me. So I was just thinking, I want to give my best to you. I want to take care of you. I know you have sacrificed so much for our family. So yeah, you see, I sometimes you don't need to write a lot, you know. I mean, you just write it down, but you must really feel it. Even just for the grateful journal, you need to read through like a routine, like grateful for life, grateful for God, grateful for family. No point. If it doesn't hit your emotion, it doesn't work. So it must hit your emotion. So then, because when it hit your emotion, the hormone release, grateful hormone, it looks like this. No, just kidding. Okay, so grateful hormone is just released, and when it releases, you know that your day just changes. You just feel recharged. You feel that you can do it. Okay, that is step 2, devotion, grateful, and third thing, we call it declaration. We call it empowering belief declaration. So is to declare who you are and who you want to be. You know, words have power and words have life. You know, you can give life through words or you can give death through words. So your words, there's power. You know, there's a topic I always shared. I said, everyone here, you have the power to prophesy for your own future. Means that you can actually prophesy who you are in the 3 years time, 10 years time. How many of you want the power? Say superpower. Who want to have the superpower to prophesy your future? Prophesy means that you 预言你的未来. You tell yourself, you can see, okay, you know, you see the palm, right? Where are you future? Where is your future? The crystal ball. What if you have a superpower? Not only to know where you are 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you can even create, you can even predict it, and you can even change the result. How many of you want that? Say superpower.
Power.
Superpower. Right. Superpower. Okay. Okay, great. So yeah, let me give you the superpower. You have that superpower, just that you may not practice it. And the superpower is actually your words. And what you say is not what you say to others. What you say to others is not as powerful as what you say to yourself. The silent words, the small little voice, what you say to others is not as powerful as what you say to yourself. So you need to ask yourself, what do you say to yourself? And you say, no, I don't talk to myself. Yes, you did. And yes, you do every single day in your mind, whether you realize it or not. When you face something, hey, I cannot do it. Yeah, you're telling yourself, you are telling yourself that you can't do it. So what are you telling yourself? So that's why the third thing we do with us, Kevin, I said right now, I know because we are held back by so many limiting beliefs in our lives. So we just limited, I can't do it. Probably because of some incident when you are young, or someone told you can't do it. Especially as our Asian families, before our 7 years old, our front cortex has not fully developed. So, okay, in short, what does it mean? Everything that someone tell you before you are 7 years old, you take it as a truth. If someone tell you that you are stupid, yeah, you will think that you will believe that you are stupid because you cannot filter it. So that's why it's very important, your words that you speak to your children and to the young one, because they take it as a truth. That's why you see why so many Asian parents don't want to praise him so much. Later he fly. So we will say that you are stupid lah, you are dumb lah. So they believe. That's why it's very hard. Of course, now the world has changing. The Asian parents are changing as well. So that's why you see why sometimes I'm not saying that Western is better or Eastern is better. It's just scientific. When the Western will keep praising their son, you are smart, you are great. That's why they grow up confident. It's very easy for them to be confident. But for us, but doesn't mean that it cannot change. You just need to remove that limiting beliefs. And one of the ways is you need to speak to yourself powerfully. And second thing, you need to repeat it. When you keep repeating, because you have planted it inside your mind since so young. So you need to keep repeating it and wash it until it's clear. Like Kevin just now mentioned perfectly. He just say, hey, I even forgot I said that. I even forgot that thing. Because you have totally washed it out from your mind. So what is declaration? You need to say something that what is something that you want to be and you believe yourself to be. And eventually you become. You may not be, but eventually you will become. For example, it could be a simple statement like, I just said I am wise, inspiring, and passionate. This is who I am. I just saying that I'm wise, inspiring, and passionate. This is who I am. So even you are not, you say more, suddenly you also become this real, and then you just become like that. So, one thing is so powerful is that people who know me, especially I have a secondary, and I even have primary school friend here. Someone he just comment superpower, you see. So I have primary school friend here, so they can testify that I'm not an organized person. It's very, very messy. My car is messy. My room is messy. My drawer is messy. My wallet is messy. Everything is messy. So, but, I want to be organized because I just want to be organized because I know that I cannot live my life like that, being so messy. How can I be successful in life? And yeah, because we talk about I want to run an organization, right? You see the word organization come from what? Organize, right? So organization, I need to organize an organization, and not only for my own organization, I need to organize for others people organization. So how can I don't be organized? So I just write in my declaration here, number 8. I have about 50 something declaration. So but I just share 2 with you. So the second one I said, I am an organized person. It make my life simple. I just say that every day. And then eventually I see why my drawer so messy, I cannot tahan. I want to clean it. Then from one drawer to the next drawer to the next drawer. The first drawer I clean, my standard one, my 6 years old people give me the gift is still there. And then I see my desktop so messy, I want to clean it. So slowly just change. So there is power in words. So I just, third thing what I asked Kevin to do is that do that, declare that you are like that. So every day you just do that 3 things. I still remember for the next day I set alarm every day. I call him, hey bro, how do you do your devotion? Do you do your grateful journal? Do you do your the declaration? Send to me. I actually share the notes with me. I want to see what you do. So every day, I think for 7 days, I call him consistently to make sure that he actually put into action. So I think this is what I want to share with others. If you love it, give it a love. Because why I want to share this, because this was the very step I think that you took the leap of faith and you did that. It actually sounds stupid, you know. If for someone who don't believe in this, it sounds very stupid. Yeah, devotion, yes, maybe may not be stupid, but okay, fine. But grateful journal, I want to die already. What do you mean by grateful journal? You want to grateful for dying, is it? So it sounds stupid.
Actually, I have this list that you set for me last time. You say before you left that night, I remember you said, hey, Kevin, this is 10 massive actions I want you to take in order for you to take charge of your life. Then you said, number 1, grateful journal. Okay. Then the empowering beliefs declaration. Read. I never read in my whole life. Put it that way. I never read so much since, I joined 10X. Seriously, my breakthrough in reading all started with 10X. So Joel challenged me to read 3 pages a day, 5 days a week. That's all he said. And then top 3 focus or priority of the day. And then, of course, for me, I need to exercise. 5 times of weekday exercise, because exercise helps to stimulate the happy hormone. Then also join business platform, whether it's BNI or Toastmasters. And then also follow consulting session, follow Joe to consulting session to learn, sit in coaching session to learn, and then meet at least 3 people a week to add value. So this is the whole list that he gave me. Again, like what Joe mentioned just now, if all this doesn't mean a thing to me, I mean, he's not a policeman, he's not a law enforcer, man. He cannot force me to do it. Yeah. If I don't want to do it, if I want to lie behind him, he also won't know. So again, how convicted do I believe? Do I want it that much? Do I really desire? And if so, he's there to make sure he hold me accountable. So this is the power of having the right environment, the right people to really hold you accountable and really want to see you successful. He's not there to punish you, he's there to make sure that I become successful. That time my problem was I cannot allow people to cannot allow people to like keep tracking me kind of thing. I don't like that one. Yeah. But I know that I need to change. So that's why I allow, and yeah, the rest is history. Yeah. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, welcome, Kevin. So you remember you said about charting your life. So are you okay if we will show this to the people, the life, the career strategy? So this one is really personal. This is really personal because that's what, when we were sitting with Kevin, I used my iPad, I craft, Kevin, where are you right now? A. Then where you want to be? This, where you want to be? B. And then how we're going to get there. So we craft a life strategy or career strategy. So how many of you want to see this? I actually sent to my laptop. I see whether I want to show the screen or not. I have not decided whether I want
to see one, please type NDA.
Yeah, those want to see, please type NDA, non-disclosure agreement. So type NDA if you want to see Kevin's life chart. That was the lowest point of his life. So we craft this life, I call it career strategy, but sometimes it's a life strategy, sometimes it's a business strategy. So we help. Actually, I've been doing this. I got a whole book about this for other people's life. So I have like a life book of people that where they are right now and where they want to be. Because this is what we do as a consultant, as a coach. We bring businesses from A to B effectively, the fastest, easiest, and surest way to go there. So we help them to go there faster, easier, and surer. No, they can go to A to B without us, but with us, they just be faster, surer, or clearer. So that is, it's like a waste, I say, as a coach, it's always like a waste. Imagine you go to a destination you have not been to in your life and you don't have a waste. So you imagine, can you go fast? You won't dare to go fast because you might go to the wrong direction. If you go fast, you might go even further wrong way. So you will have a waste. You will go faster, surer, and you know where there's a block and all that. So we like a waste. So this map, it's actually Kevin's life map. That's why it's a very precious. So we write it down there. But yeah, so that is something I want to check again. Any really P and C thing first or not? Let me check first. So while I'm checking, please share. Now you can share with people and ask people come in and see. But ask them to type NDA. If you want to see, type NDA, type NDA. And in the meantime, share your diamond. I'm going through now again to see any. I think not much. Except your income that time lah. You okay or not, Kevin? You got the time?
Okay. It's okay. Very transparent.
Okay. Okay.
That was my lowest point of life.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. We're excited. This is the first time in the public. Okay. I think before we share, I want to share why we are sharing this with you. Not because we're very happy, very fun. We want to share this with you because we believe this may change your life as well. So this is something we could inspire, because you see, my life purpose and our journey is always about inspiring, influence, and illuminate the path for leaders in their life, family, and organization. So probably this could be something that help you to inspire your life as well. So we share this really with a lot of heavy heart, or I don't know what to say that, because in order to say it take really a big heart for Kevin to say yes to this. Actually, I just sent. I didn't prepare this. While he was talking about that, I just find back the
It is not rehearsed. This is totally non-rehearsed, guys.
So I sent to my laptop, but I thought I want to ask his permission, because I thought it would be very, very meaningful if you were able to take a glimpse of where they started, because you can see everyone's success. You can see if this success and result is like a fruit in life. But you just want to follow their fruit is very hard. You want to know what is their root, and the root is the strategy, and the strategy is the blueprint, and the blueprint is what we are going to show you now. Kevin's careers or life blueprint, that time in the lower season of his life, and right now. So are you ready?
Ding ding ding.
Hey, screen hang. Sorry, come back next week. Come back next year. Okay, I'm going to share it now. All right, let me see. Okay.
Ding ding ding.
Wow, I see my handwriting. See the date here on the top is 2018. 1 is mean 2018.
Yeah,
01 January.
Yeah.
So it's 15th of January. Kevin, our career strategy. So A on the left, you can see A is where he was at that time. That's why I say, if you don't mind, he shared the time here. Yeah, because he got project, but he don't really have the heart to really run to it. So his income is low, and then many years he don't travel, and then he focused on self-growth first. Because these three color means what, the first one is I thought about professional, passion, and purpose. So the first one I say professionally, financially, how are you doing? Then passion, what is your passion? You say I have no travel, I like to travel, but I don't have 8 years I don't travel. And I say, what about purpose? What is the purpose in life? You say, I don't even talk about purpose. I just want to focus on self-growth first. But he used a better word. That time, not even self-growth. He just want to get out of this. So, no, I don't think he might even think of out of this. He just say, I don't know. I don't talk about purpose. I don't know what's the purpose you're talking about here. Then B, just look at the right-hand side. I say, where you want to be? You say, okay, professionally income. I say, what is the best? What is ideal for you? Let's say if everything is possible, what is ideal for you? Not, I say, everyone of you sit in the audience as well, set a number in your life, how much you want to earn in a year, in a month, every month. I say this is a number that, discount the inflation, is a number, everyone has a magic number, I call this. And this magic number means that if every month you're getting this, you will be happy for the rest of your life. Every month you're getting this. Of course, we exclude all the inflation. So I say, what is perfect? You say, if you ask me, it's 50,000. Okay, great. I think let's put here, 50,000. So, and ideally, just work 3 to 4 days a week. So then we say, what's about the passion? He said, I want to travel with my wife. So he said, I'll say, great. I say, what's the purpose? He said, I actually want mentorship. I said, this way, I said, I want to sow into people's life. Oh, sowing next year, our team of the year. He said, I want to sow into people's life. And I want to disciple people. I want to help people. But I said, now I cannot really see that. I cannot even help myself. So I said, okay, right now, from here to here, why not we look at phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Let's help to SMC first. I said, let's do something with SMC, with video or something. Then let's go for 5,000 a month. Strive for that. But you need to make it clear, for us, our platform, we don't pay you a salary. You need to work on it. You need to create a result. We only pay by results. So I said, then maybe phase 2, SMC plus a little bit of coaching. Then maybe you earn the 10 to 10,000, maybe here I put 1 to 3 months, then 4 to 6 months, then probably after that you can focus on coaching 5,000 clients, you have earned 15,000 a month in the next 1 year. Then eventually you just grow from the next 3 years onward, you can earn probably 30 over thousand. You grow from there. Then in the bottom, I also write the action plan, the project management. You start from this SMC review, alumni night, and CO night period, alumni recharge. I write that bonus, do a video marketing, make it very clear, and then project management plus SMC refer coaching. Then I say here coaching. Then we put the blue color here, long trip with wife. I say where you want to go? You want to go Maldives or Egypt? So yeah, of course now he can afford it already, but then MCO. But after that, that is his mission that he want to. If the wife is watching, there's no surprise anymore, but it's okay. So yeah. But guess what? That was something that we crafted out with no basis at all. This is just ideal. And I can tell you now, after 2 years, he's actually at his third phase already. And the number I put there is actually higher. So I don't want to review the number, but whatever he's earning right now, please don't rob his family or rob him. But it's for him, his earning is not the B yet, but it's at the third phase and it's higher than the third phase that it's exceeded the goal that we mentioned about. So yeah, and this is the thing that I do for many of my friends, my clients. So I have a whole book of these friends to help them to chart their life and career. So this is what Kevin life strategy, and yeah, and now he's at the third phase.
Thank you for reminding me this, Joe. So I mean, when Joe I think about
how many of you really just say thank you for Kevin? Not for me. I would just want to help him to do it, but he's generous enough and big-hearted enough and transparent enough to share with all of you. So just put in your comment, thank you. And really, Kevin, I just want to thank you for you being so generous, sharing with everyone. And also thank you for changing your own life.
Yeah.
So that you can change many more lives of entrepreneurs, families, and couples.
My honor. Yeah. I'll give you guys my bank account. So just kidding.
So they can go and rob, is it?
No, they can deposit money to me. No, I think I saw this, and Joe showed me about a month ago when I was having mentoring with Paul, and I was asking Joe for this, and then to see how far I've gotten since the day I started 10XCEOs, and I said, hey, you know you're in the third phase already? Huh? What do you mean third phase? I look it back, I said, wow. I was like, seriously, I mean, if you are, I've never thought I've already there. I was probably, I thought at max second phase. I didn't know I'm at the third phase already. And it's just amazing and ultimately very, very grateful. I mean, if you guys who just tune in or whatever, you have heard so much that we mentioned this keyword grateful. Throughout the beginning, we started this broadcast until now, we are just being grateful for each other. Seriously, that's how Joe has shared with you. There's one thing you want to take a change, really. Grateful journal is one of the key things. If one day I stopped being grateful for Joe, I would have forgotten all that he has done for me. And I would have, just because of one small little thing, I would pick a fight with him already. Seriously, we need to be grateful. And this is what I always coach my client as well. Always be grateful for your business partner, your employees. Always be grateful. Learning how to be grateful, that's a key thing, one of the fundamental things. And if you were to, just now why I'm willing to share, I mean, we didn't rehearse again. It's because there's a trust there. Simple as that. I know that he won't sabo me in front of, live on FB1. So that's why there's a trust there. There is always a trust there. Now, if anything were to go wrong, I know that he would not just dump me and say, sorry, bro, things didn't go well. Bye-bye. He won't do that also, because there's a trust there already. So that's why I'm so willing to share it out. Yeah. So yeah, unless there's something that will jeopardize, other people, then different story. But there's none.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, I think we're coming to the last part. Yeah, I think what you have shared is very, very powerful. You share how your before and your life journey went through the 7-year depression. The tunnel is so dark you cannot see an end. Then slowly you can see a light. Then slowly you walk towards it, and then you walk out of the tunnel and you see the light. You are in the light, and then the tunnel is still behind you, and you move further towards your third phase. Now you even forgot. You forgot the journey, the thing in the tunnel.
Yeah.
One time mention, tell us more about the hard time journey. Yes, actually in the beginning we actually did, but you can always we will leave this recording here. You can always go back to the beginning where how Kevin shared his journey of the 7-year depression and how he walked out of it. So thank you for your comment. So yeah, I think we're coming this part, and yeah, I think you say the right word, grateful. I think I just want to encourage people to listen here. You see, grateful, you know, they always grateful always come with a brother or a sister. It's also end with full. Grateful, right? And they always come with a full as well. Yeah, it's not Sean Fu, so it's only come with a full as well. It's a brother or sister. In Malay, we call it abang adik. Grateful. So what do you think it come with? If anyone know in the comment, can type in the comment. What is the sister or brother, the sibling of grateful? What is the sibling of grateful? Come, let's see who can guess it right. Who is the sibling of grateful? They are abang adik, grateful and something full. What is that? Let's see some comment. Who has the answer? Grateful. What is the sibling of grateful? There's no right or wrong answer. Let's share some answer here. Let me see. What is the answer? No one say dare to say anything. Oh wait, let's see who is saying something. Tell. What is the sibling of grateful? What is the sibling of grateful? Thankful. Yeah, nice. Thankful. Okay, Razal say thankful. Nigel say thankful. What other word besides thankful?
Someone say your laugh.
Yeah. Thank you for your laugh. What other? Come. What is the siblings of grateful? Okay, so let me share with you the answer. The sibling, faithful, nice. The sibling of grateful is forgetful. We always forget. No matter how grateful we are for that person or for that thing, we just forget after a while. That's why, humans are so forgetful. That's why we need to do the grateful journal every day, because we will forget. I share with you two very clear, simple incident. I mean, something you have, if you are married or you have boyfriend, girlfriend, you will very easy forget to be grateful for your boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife. Very easy. Seriously. And parents, the closer to you they are, the more forgetful you are. So the sibling of grateful is actually forgetful. We are very forgetful. So that's why I say why I read my grateful journal every day. Yeah, sometimes I miss maybe few days once, or even 1 week once, even 1 month once, even quarterly or 1 year once. At least you write down and you read your grateful journal. Because you know why? Sometimes I argue with my wife, and then end of the day I was so angry. Then I think that I'm not wrong. Then she's wrong. Of course, every time you argue, you also think that you are not wrong lah. So, but after we stop, we say okay, never mind, it's okay. Then the next day when I read my grateful journal, wow, I just go to her and say, I'm so sorry. She has sacrificed so much for me, and I want to argue for who washed the bowl. I want to argue for you didn't forget to on the aircon for me. You want to argue for this? I said, wow, we are so forgetful. So that is for spouses. I have one story I shared. But this is live or recorded. So I'm not sharing. Yeah, so never mind. I can share. So okay, I have one story I also want to share with you, which is really powerful, grateful story, grateful journal story, the power of gratefulness, why that saved my careers. So how many of you want to hear this? Say save. This story, this grateful journal actually saved my career. So say save, S-A-V-E, save. Okay, I want to share this story with you. Okay, again, I share it with you. I always share in the 10X group, but I say don't tell people, don't tell people. Actually, don't tell people, don't tell this particular person only. Yeah, but I say it, but again, I share it with a good heart. I share it that I want you to know how important is the grateful journal. I have a mentor who I really changed my career. She's in my grateful journal, and I met him 10 years ago. We just celebrate our 10 years. Last month, we just celebrate our 10 years mentorship. anniversary. So he's really someone who opened my world to strategy, career, and transformed my life. So, you know, one time, I think in the 5th, 6 years, I forgot, 5th, 6 years or 7, 5th, 6 years, and he always give me feedback on what should I do, what I did well, what I need to improve. And then one time he gave me one feedback, he gave me a feedback, I was offended. I don't know why, I just feel offended. And you know, at home, I just thought, maybe we were actually partner doing some work projects and all that. So I said, maybe it's okay lah. I will do it by myself. I don't want to work with him anymore. I don't want to partner with him anymore. I just do it myself because I was offended. So, but I didn't say to anyone. It's just in my mind. And the next day, again, I read my grateful journal, and you know, my grateful journal is someone is so important to me. So, when I read my grateful journal, probably I can give you the some of the words in the grateful journal. Then you can see how scary is the sibling of grateful, which is forgetful. So I read to you, I say, I'm grateful for Kate, the man who opened my world to strategy consulting, global thinking, and high standard, give me opportunity to transform my career to a greater height. Ever since I met Kate in 2011, my career knowledge skills has been going to a different level. Strategy Masterclass for CEOs and Entrepreneurs in 2014 November is my turning point in my career. Following the consulting job like Grand Pine, Hatton Group, Advanced Combat, Biomed Global, ADEX, Shin Hin, Penang Chendo, Equity Tracker, SSF, Sotis, Home West. I'm on my way to world class and global. Kate is a mentor that can bring me to my dreams and advise country leaders, not only corporate leaders, but country leaders. So I'm grateful for, Kate, God bringing Kate in my life. You know, I'm so grateful for him in the grateful journal. And you know, I have that thought, doesn't matter, the next day I read my grateful journal. And when I read my grateful journal, I was so shocked. I said, how can I even think like that? So scary. How can I just be offended by one small little comment? And you know, guess what? And when I calm down and I recall the feedback that he gave me, you know what? Actually, he gave me the same feedback that time 7, 8 years back, maybe 6, 7 years back. Means that when he first met me, he already told me, Joshua, this is your weakness, you need to improve this. You know what? When he first time when he tell me, you know how I respond? Thank you, Gade. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this feedback. I'm so grateful, you know. I mean, no one tell me this, and then I'm so grateful that you tell me this. And 6 years later, he just tell me the same thing. Because I've yet to improve that area. When he tell me, I got offended. You see, Kate didn't change. He's just still telling me the truth. Who changed? I changed. My ego changed. I feel I'm become somebody. I'm now somebody. You cannot say, you know, now I'm so a mentor, you know. So, you know, my ego changed. So I said, wow, I just look at it and say how scary I am to even think like that. So of course, he don't know this. I think if he see this video, he'll say, wow. But he don't know this. But of course, all this just happened in my mind. But you know, can you imagine without Grateful Journal? I would have completed way. And you know, the last few years has been the most amazing year in my career. And this year we just launched Global Entrepreneur Exchange. We're going to a global platform. We're bringing the founder of Skype, founder of IDEO. So there's so many amazing things yet to come. If at that time, it's just because of this, I parted ways, my career has been totally different story today. And they might not even know with 10X. The time is even 2 years before I have 10X. So can you imagine that Grateful Journal actually saved the relationship? That's why I want to emphasize how important is that Grateful Journal is for your relation, because the sibling of grateful is not thankful, it's not thankful, it's actually forgetful. We are so forgetful that we need to remind ourselves every day. They say, need to be every day? Yes. So then you say declaration, Some people say, yeah, you know, this type of motivation, look at a mirror and say, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. No, I know, you know what? It doesn't last. After one day, it's gone. You know what? One of the best quotes I hear on self-motivation is by this leader called Zig Ziglar. Of course, he passed away, a great, you know, in 90 years, so he's still speaking and encouraging people because that's his life mission. You know, he said this, motivation doesn't last, so as bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. I repeat, motivation doesn't last, so as bathing, shower. That's why I recommend it daily. Your shower also doesn't last, what? Would you say that, never mind lah, you shower already, tomorrow so dirty one, don't need to shower lah? You won't say that, right? Same. That's why declaration, we do it every day. Grateful Journal, we do it every day. So that is something I want to leave you all with the Grateful Journal. And of course, during the last part, I want to share with you something. You know, originally when we do this live, we want to do, hey, let's do a live so that we can, of course, celebrate your win and then bless people. Then we also can share the next Monday event we have. It's the biggest event of the year for 10XCEO. Every year we have this 10X Convergence. It's the biggest. We put the most resources. We bring the best people to inspire you and to bless you. But you know what? I said, let's not talk about that. Let's focus on your journey. Let's inspire more lives. And in the end, we share about this. So if you're here, I want to share this with you, something that we really want to bless you with. And I hope you will be blessed with this. And yeah, you see, I opened the file to remove. So let me share with you this that we believe it will impact your life. If you can see all the time, I put the link already in this below here. All right, let me share this with you. Have I shared the screen? Not yet, right?
No.
Okay, let me share this. Okay. Can you see this?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this is the event on next Monday. And this is something that we really put together for, suppose this is internal, we just want to do it for our coaches because we are launching this 10X Valley. We thought of doing and it's the journey about franchise ready, IPO ready, and future ready. And it only means formalize, corporatize, and globalize. Whether you want to be a franchise or not, you need to be franchise ready. It's not only for franchise. Whether you want to IPO or not, you need to be IPO ready, which means corporatize. You can eventually choose to go for private equity, pass on to the next generation, and you like it, you want to be future ready, which is globalized. Globalized doesn't mean that you sure we bring your company to global, but it's to raise your standard to be a global standard, global competitiveness, global perspective. So, but we bring in the best person to share with you this. Josh Ang, he owned over 400 restaurants, 3,000 employees with 8 different franchises, the owner of A&W, majority of the Subway in Malaysia, Tony Roma's, Manhattan Fish Market, so on and so forth, the barn. So yeah, many more. So he will share with you what's best to share with you. You know, Subway is the world #1 largest franchise. It's not McDonald's. McDonald's is #2. #1 is Subway. So he has friends, and you know, A&W is over 100 years. He just took over last year, and you can see this year onwards, the A&W is keep improving. So, and then we get him to talk about franchise ready. We interview him, we ask him for insights, and then we talk to Hao Jun on IPO ready. He's 36 years old, take over the company for 10 years, transformed from 70 people for over 1,000 to 2,000 people, and he listed his first company at the age of 32. That time he was the youngest listed company CEO in Malaysia, and then 33 another company, 34 another company, and now he's only 36. And he's also the EY Entrepreneur of the Year in 2017. He has broken all 16 years record of EY Entrepreneur of the Year in Malaysia. So the youngest one, of course, Dan Katik, my mentor that changed my life, is a global strategist that consult and give strategy to countries, global brands, global company, global leaders. And he will share with you how do you future-proof and future-ready your business. And guess what? All these are free. We want to bless you. So I hope that you join this. Just go to this bit.ly/10xc2020, register and go to our private WhatsApp group, private Facebook group. Just register here, and we will even have books and iPad Pro to give away, sponsored by the 10X Valley. So I hope you are there because we truly want to bless you. And not only that, I hope not only you are there, you help us to share it out with people. You invite people, you invite your friends to join this session together. So yeah, this is something that we want to share with you, and I hope that you will be there. Like today, we don't want to spend time to talk about this whole event, but just towards this session, I hope you can really share to your group, share to your friend. In our terms, we always call value pool, value sea, value ocean. 10X value pool. What is 10X value pool? 10X value pool where you create a broadcast list, add 100 people, not a group, it's a broadcast list that you want to consistently add value to, add them in and share this with them. And then what is value C? SEAC is where everyone in your broadcast list, in your phone book, could be 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, you add all of them, A, B, C, D, add all of them, and you every year you will send few messages to bless them, not just good morning, good afternoon, not just happy Chinese New Year, but every year you say something. For me, end of the year, if you are in my value C, you receive that I will encourage you to set goal for next year, review this year, and what did I achieve. and what I hope you can achieve. So I will share something value to you. I will add value into that value sea. So that value ocean, where is what we're doing right now, blast it to the world. You have your own Facebook page with 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, millions of people that you want to add value to. So if you are here listening to this, I hope you can share this event to your value sea and share everyone in your contact, because we know that this will bless them. Like we always say, one insight can change a business forever. So in this, I believe you will not only take away one insight, you will take away hundreds of insights, but you just need one that can possibly transform your business and life. So I want to share this with you. I hope that you share it with many, many other people. And the link is here, bit.ly10xc. So I hope that you join this with us, and it will be a very, very exciting session. And this is no replay. So we will, after that, we will take it down because there are some content we don't want to leave it there that requested by the speaker. There are some intellectual property, but because you know what? If you can experience how we share things, we share it freely, 100%. We want to bless, and our focus is not that we want to show off or what. We want to bless you. We want to inspire. We want to influence your life. So do share it out with your people and come for this. Block 4 hours of your time. This is not just, you just watch a bit and then you drive and then you do some work. No, this is the best gift you can give yourself. Why don't you just block 4 hours of your time and take this as your yearly, this year end gift for yourself? Clear off everything. Just one tab in your laptop or just pick a pen and a paper. Go back to original. I already carry this red book and a pen. Just one pen and paper and write. Probably one insight and one diamond can transform your life and your business forever. Just take this 4 hours, really focus, and here, type your diamond there, engage. And you know, the highest engagement is only bless you. It doesn't, the speaker is always there, say the same thing. But if you put in 100% focus, your return will be 100%. So I want to encourage you to block your time, focus to listen to this event, that the 10x Convergence, IPO ready, franchise ready, and future ready. These are 3 stages of any business will go through. So let's take this time, and it's free. We want to do it free. You know, we spend really a lot of money on this, but we decided to do it free. And this is supposed for internal, because it's all our coaches all around the world to come here to listen. Suppose it's physical, but we can't, so we make it online. But I say it's so good. Why we just keep for internal? Why don't we share it out to everyone? So after the leadership team meeting, we said let's do that. Say, but do we charge? Because we spend a lot of money on this. We said it's okay. Let's bless people. So in this season, just share to bless. When you share, you bless. You never know, your one share can transform someone's life.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
So Kevin, what is the last thing you want to say? Maybe moving forward, what is your after now? From now this year onward until next year December, you are the poster boy for 10XCEO, the coach of the year. So what does this award mean to you, and how would you carry your life? Of course, not just for showing off, but what is something that you do differently? How do you forward see this 1 year being the benchmark and the icon of 10XCEO coach of the year? How would you face this? Do this?
Interesting. I mean, when you threw me that question that day when I was awarded this award, I think to me it's still very much nothing significant may change. I still will pretty much do what I have been doing, which is, again, still maintaining and doing the fundamentals that's required in 10x, still helping business owners to be able to transform their business and and of course their life, and also to from there help them to transform the life of their employees, and their employees will, if their employees experience change or transformation, right, they will transform their own family. When employees go home, I'm sure they will transform their families. And when you transform their families, you transform the extended family. You transform the extended family, you transform a whole community. You transform a whole community, I tell you, the whole zone, the state, the nation. I mean, the list goes on and go on. You know, seriously, you never know how that one connection can change the game or the life, forever. Seriously. So for myself, next year, one of the key things that is set in me is that, hey, I've walked through this journey from my lowest point that I cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel. So one of my goals internally is to help coaches to, who are maybe feeling the same thing, experience the same thing as I did, to help them to come out of it, to help coaches to find success. Also, to continue to add value to coaching clients, and not only coaching clients, even those who cross path with me, who considering coaching or can't even consider coaching because of their situation. I want to really be able to influence them, be able to add value to them, to help them to see business as not just a business. Business is a tool where you can either make life difficult for people or make life better for people. Seriously, business is not just a tool for you to make money. Money is a result of what you do right. If you do a business that matters to people and change people's life, I tell you, money will just flow in, because that's just the result of it. A lot of people do it just for the sake of money, which is, I feel, is a wrong intention already. It lost the real initial intentions of business. But when you begin to meet someone's needs, when you begin to help someone to transform and live a better life through your offerings, your services, your products, I tell you, money will just flow in. That's the end result. That's a byproduct. Money, I would say, profit is a byproduct of a business that matter. Yeah, that is how I would term it. Yeah. So I will continue to add value. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So that's all for this time. Thank you again, Kevin. Thank you, everyone staying. 40 people staying until so late and all the time for 2 hours. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, if this is the first time. Okay, after this, the end of this, I will play a song. You can leave if you want to, but I'll play a song and I will perform a song. Not perform, I don't dare to say perform. I just learned piano for 2 months only. I will sing a song. I always like to sing a song when I end. So you can, but when I sing the song, you can write your diamond. So if this, that's all for this time. But my name is Joshua. If you have never met me before, this is Kevin. My name is Joshua, and my life purpose is to inspire, influence, and illuminate the path for leaders in their life, in their family, in their organization. So what is your life purpose?
Joe? Oh, are we still on live?
Yo.
Số chỗ này hành kỳ đó.
Oh, okay. So again, I just want to thank you. I think you keep shining and inspiring. So I'll play the song. Actually, the session is officially ended, but do leave your diamond, and I will play a song. It's also say that our feeling right now is a Mandarin song. It's called 其实不想走.
True.
我一定要走. So, and I didn't practice this song. For those who,如果你是一个钢琴手，不要笑我，因为我刚才学2个月罢了。可是我是很喜欢唱歌，所以我学2个月都照样唱。Okay. Can hear, right?
Yep.
Okay, so those who want to go, please go. Those who want to stay on to listen to my song, please do listen to my song. Thank you once again. Keep shining and inspiring. So this song is called 其实不想走. If you are listening to the song, please put down your diamond, please. Because your diamond can change someone's life. So put down your diamond. OK， 你总是说走 high one， 你总是回答 The key too high for me. Let me adjust it. 你总是说在这样孤单时候才会想与你联络，软的弹的琴，说着爱不够，说来就来，说走就走，怎么会不懂我，怎么会不知道女人的心是脆弱，寂寞不是我不能够忍受，只是每一天我想你太多。会唱的朋友一起唱。其实不想走，其实我想留下来陪你每个春夏秋冬。你要相信我，再不用多久，我要你和我今生一起度过。其实不想走，其实我想留下来陪你每个春夏秋冬。你要相信我，再不用多久，我要你和我今生一起度过。来 chorus， 其实不想走，其实我想留下来陪你每个春夏秋冬。你要相信我，再不用多久，我要你和我今生一起度过。其实不想走，其实我想留下来陪你每个春夏秋冬。你要相信我，再不用多久，我要你和我今生一起度过。你要相信我，再不用多久，我要你和我今生一起度过。其实不想走，但是也是要走，因为时间很夜了。So yeah, share a diamond and till we see you again. This all for this time. Remember, share a diamond in the section and share this with your friends who you know you can bless them. So come for the 10x convergence on Monday 2 to 6 p.m. Malaysia time. Register right now, bit.ly/10xc2020. Right now we have people from close to 2,000 people from 10 countries, 3 continents who are joining us. So let's make this global event a greater success. We will bless more people around the world. Keep shining and inspiring. Hey, hey, ho!